Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to review the ultimate price action secret that the big player in the market use to win every trade that they take, and this will completely change the way that you trade henceforth. But before we start, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new trading and investment video. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so after watching this whole video to the very end, you will be able to read any price action like a pro to take high probability trade and stay out of bad trade. So make sure you watch the entire video to the end. When it comes to trading is a game between the smart money and the dumb money. That is institution versus retail trader. A lot of traders focus on finding perfect indicator. So they chase moving average, RSI, MACD and the rest to place their trade, which often set their account on fire over time. But let's face the reality, all of these indicators are lagging indicator. And let me clear myself, I'm not saying all these indicators are completely useless, that you shouldn't use them. But knowing how to read any price action is the foundation in trading if you really want to become a profitable trader. Now combining the price action knowledge with any indicator will completely change the way that you trade and set you as a profitable trader, because now you can identify bad trade from high probability trade setup. So in this video, I will review the ultimate secret about reading any price action that nobody has ever shared to get you high probability trade setup. So don't forget to smash the like button if you find this video very helpful. So as you guys can see, I'm on KuCoin Exchange. I use KuCoin Exchange for my crypto trading because KuCoin offer more flexibility and simplicity to their trading platform. And most importantly, the trading fee is pretty low compared to other crypto exchange out there. So if you're a crypto trader like me that doesn't want to be charged for high trading fee, I recommend you to use KuCoin Exchange to trade to cut off high trading fees. I put the link down below in the video description and also in the pinned comment to sign up on KuCoin to start enjoying a good trading experience and also get instant $10 sign up bonus into your account using the link down below in the video description. So here we are on Bitcoin chart, but this strategy can be applied to any crypto pairs price action. So for simplicity purpose, I have break down this video into 4 parts for better understanding. So we are going to be taking a look of how to spot a strong supply and demand zone on any price action chart where large institutions are always placing their trade, so we can play along with them for big profit. And secondly, we're going to be taking a look of how to spot the liquidity wipeout zone set by the smart money to exit a lot of retail trader out of the market when they want to place their large orders, so we can avoid all these zones set by smart money. And thirdly, we're going to be taking a look of how to draw the best trend line on a very strong key level area for profitable trade setup. And lastly, we're going to be taking a look of how to use the Z price action pattern to spot high probability trade setup. So we're going to be covering a lot of information in this video, so make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you don't miss any vital points that we're going to be covering. Alright, so let's start with number 1, how to spot a strong supply and demand zone on any price action chart where large institutions are always placing their trade, so we can play along with them for big profits. Knowing how to spot a strong demand and supply zone is one of the best trading strategies to have high probability trade setup, because the demand and supply zones are areas where the big player and institution are hanging around in the market waiting to position their large trade. So knowing how to spot all these key levels will allow us to make a big move from their exit or their entry. And the advantage of spotting a strong demand and supply zone on any price action chart is that this zone remains relevant for a very long period of time before any new attraction in price occur. So the best way to spot strong demand and supply zone is to take measure of price and volume into consideration. And that is why this indicator we are about to use is so powerful to help us to detect those strong demand and supply zone from any price action chart. So I'm going to be adding the indicator to my chart and I'm going to be explaining how you can use it to spot a very strong demand and supply zones that will remain relevant over a longer period of time. So I'm going to be adding that to my chart right now. So I'm going to be coming down to indicator and I'm going to be going to volumes and I'm going to be adding money flow. The indicator is called money flow index. So now as you can see, I've had this indicator to my chart right here. Let me bring it up. Let's go to the wider window. So here is the money flow index as you guys can see right here. But don't get confused, I'm going to be explaining how this works. But first of all, let's do some settings from this indicator. So I'm going to be coming down to the settings tools right here, and what I'm going to be doing right here is that the upper limit I'm going to be take it to the green side, and I'm going to be the lower limit, which is this one right here, I'm going to be taking it to the red zones. And as you can see, we have this range which is 80 and 20. You can leave that, and the line background I'm going to be changing it to red for better understanding. Click on OK. So now as you can see, we have this chart right here, and we want to use this chart to actually spot a very strong demand and supply zone. So let me explain what this money flow index do, so you guys can see how powerful is this indicator. What this MFI does is that it takes consideration of price and volume at a time, which will allow us to spot when this big player and large institution are placing their trade. So the MFI indicator is so powerful, used by large institution and the big player in any market, because this allows them to spot what exactly is going on in the market before they can place their large trade. So this indicator is a momentum indicator that shows us how money is flowing and flowing out of the market. And this is how the money flow index works. As you can see, we have these red zones, which is the lower bands, and also we have the upper bands, which is range from 20 to 80. You can actually change it from the settings. I think I showed you guys right here. You can change it, but that is how it is being set. Whenever we see the line of the money flow index that actually rise, this shows there is a massive increase in the buying pressure. And likewise, when the money flow index is ranging from the top range towards to the down, that shows there is an increase in the selling pressure. So how then does professional use this money flow index to spot a very strong demand and supply zone that will remain relevant over a long period of time? So I'm going to be showing you that right now, so make sure you pay attention to what I'm about to share with you right now. And if you have been gaining value out of this video, don't forget to hit the like button, because this really helps us to hit the YouTube algorithm and share this video to more people to learn. So right now, as you can see, Bitcoin actually fall from 28 down to about around, let's say 20, around the 20, approximately 20 right here. So as you can see, the MFI actually shows us that Bitcoin is oversold. So that's one of the usefulness of MFI. Also, you can use it as oversold and overbought. But the difference between this money flow index and the RSI is that RSI only take price into consideration, but money flow index also take price and volume into consideration, which is a very powerful indicator to spot so many opportunities in the market. Bitcoin actually dropped from that range to 20 right here. As you can see, the MFI, which shows that Bitcoin is oversold. As you can see right now, this actually creates a zone right here. So let me mark this point right here so you can see. As you can see, we have marked this point right here. So one thing you need to pay close attention to is whenever any asset drops, there's a very big chance that the smart money always creates a very strong demand zone around that area where the price actually went down, because the price actually is going to be attracting so many people to come into the game. So that is when the smart money always come to work to wipe out a lot of liquidity so they can place their order in that area also. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because smart money does not want to position their large trade, which will bring very high significance in the change in the price. So they want to make sure they empty a lot of retail trader pocket so they can actually place their large trade, so without having any effect to the price. So right now, as you can see, I've spot this point right here, because this point right here actually shows us that Bitcoin is oversold with a very massive volumes, and this actually attract a lot of buyer at this point where Bitcoin went back down to about around that 18. As you can see, it's actually shown on the MFI. So what you want to pay attention to is now. So as you can see, the price actually went up again and actually goes down to this point, but never returned to this zone right here. And that is why it's very difficult for you to say this zone right here is a very strong demand zone, because we waited for a period of time, but the price didn't retest this zone. And as you can see, it never retest this zone that we mark right here. So that is to tell you that we need to look for another one. We need to look for at least two zones, which is very powerful on the money flow index, because that shows us that there are very high spots where the smart money are hanging out. So right now, as you can see, if I actually come down right here, and I'm going to be going down right here, look at this spot right here. As you can see, we have this oversold right here. As you can see, Bitcoin actually went down to this price right here and create this zone. This one also is very relevant, so you need to pay close attention to whenever the price actually went below the 20 range. That shows that there is a very massive decline in the price of Bitcoin during that region, and the only people that can drive the price towards this region are the smart money. So that is why whenever you see the price dip below the 20 bounds, that should tell you that the smart money are in the game. So that is how you can spot that. So as you can see, this zone right here, and I'm going to be explaining this zone, because whenever they create a very strong supply and demand zone, they always create another zones for liquidity wipe out zone, because they don't want to place their order to make a huge impact in the price. They will always want to wipe out all small retail trader out of the market before they place their large trade. So they always create a zone after creating a strong demand and supply zone where they will be wipe out a lot of liquidity from the market before they place their trade. So this spot right here, you can mark it or you can leave it, because I'm still going to be showing you the Z price action pattern. This is very important, so that's why I say do skip any part of this video, because the Z pattern will allow you to always stay out of this liquidity zone right here which they create. I'm going to be showing you why this is liquidity in the Z price action. It's very important. So they create this strong demand zone also. So I'm going to be marking these 2 points right here and I'm good to go. So right now what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be drawing a line right here. So I want you guys to pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you. This is very powerful. So right now I'm going to be creating a line along this, and you're going to be seeing that we have actually get a very strong demand and supply zone, that the price action is going to be bouncing off from that zone every time it revisited that zone. So I'm going to be drawing a line right there. Boom. So as you can see, the price actually went up right here and retest this zone, as you can see, and never revisiting the zone. So let's see what we have done. As you can see, this event occur on June. As you can see now, as you can see, this zone will because this zone are very strong, it will maintain that zone. As you can see, the white line, and now we are in November, the price has actually dropped, creating another attraction. So as you can see, which we're going to be talking about later in the video. So now as you can see how to spot a very strong demand and supply zone. So now we spot the demand zone, which is very relevant over a long period of time. As you can see, we are in November and October. The zone is still very relevant. Whenever any price visits this price, it bounces off. As you can see, whenever it revisits, it bounces off. Whenever it revisits, it bounces off. So that is how you can draw a very strong demand and supply using the money flow index. So now how then do we draw a very strong supply zone as well? It's very simple. Since we've drawn a demand zone that is very relevant over a long period of time, all we have to do is to use the money flow index. Also, we're going to be coming down to the top right here, and as you can see, we use this one right here. So the overbought region will be our strong supply zone. So as you can see right there, and this one right here, as you can see, this is another strong supply zones. So all we have to do is just to come down right here and draw our line. And as you can see, I use this dotted line. As you can see, it will maintain that line throughout. Whenever price revisited this line, it bounce off. Whenever it revisited it actually bounce off. That is why I'm going to be explaining liquidity wipeout, which is often occur at the first breakout right here, or at the first breakout into the downside. I'm going to be explaining that number 4 of this, where I explain the Z price action pattern. I don't think textbook will explain that, but I'm going to be explaining that to you guys right now. So as you guys can see, we have drawn another strong supply zone where price remains over a long period of time. Whenever it visited it bounce off. So now let me show you one more thing on this chart right here. So as you can see, we have this kind of entry. We need to draw a liquidity wipeout zone, which is in between the demand and supply zone. For any strong demand and supply zone you draw, there is at the center, there is always a liquidity wipeout zone. This is one of the big secrets I've learned in trading over time. Whenever you draw a very strong demand and supply zone that is relevant over a long period of time, there is always in between them a liquidity wipeout zones. So I'm gonna be drawing that out also for you, so you can see that. Boom. So as you can see this line right here, I'm going to be explaining this for you guys. So I'm going to be explaining this liquidity wipeout zone for you guys when I'm explaining the Z price action pattern that most people doesn't know that it exists. So as you can see right now, we are able to spot a very strong demand and supply zone, and also the liquidity wipeout zone. And one of the advantage of this is that it remains relevant over a long period of time until a new price attraction come into the market, where the big player and the large institution are attracted to the price. You can see Bitcoin actually went to 16,000, and the big player actually creates another strong demand zone right here. As you can see the MFI right here, it actually went down. So this is a very strong demand zone that will be relevant over a long period of time, which we can also watch out for. So now we have know how to draw a very strong demand and supply zones, and also the liquidity wipeout zone in between them for that is going to be working for a very long period of time before any new attraction in the price take place. So what we can do with this is to ride on with the big wave. As you can see, whenever the price actually hits the strong supply zones, it's actually went down. And I'm going to be explaining why this is where the wipe out liquidity zone. As you can see, price will always rally in between to wipe out a lot of liquidity from the retail trader, and the smart money plays their large trade. And likewise this way, as you can see, the price actually went down and actually wipe out a lot of liquidity from the small trader, and the price went down and also rally in between, because this is a liquidity wipeout zone. Price will always want to wipe out a lot of liquidity whenever they spot that there is a large liquidity in the market. So you need to take caution whenever your price is in between this middle band. This is where the smart money and the big player always wipe out a lot of liquidity from the market, because they want to place their large order. So now how can you trade this strong demand and supply zone? Is that whenever the price revisited the zones, as you can see, you can actually take your trade and it's going to be a win trade. And likewise, when it touches the it's going to be rejecting that zone. As you can see, it's going to be rejecting that zone off. So as you can see, the price actually went up and went down, and it's actually even break out the strong supply zone, but since it break out, it will never go beyond that. It went back, and as you can see, the price actually keep on rallying for some period and actually come back and actually retest this strong demand zone and take off again and come back. And whenever it actually touch the strong demand zone, it pull back. As you can see, it pull back. So that is how you can track your trade and become more profitable. So I can use this as a foundation and apply some powerful indicators also to actually catch out the big fish in the market. So now we're going to be talking about how to spot the liquidity wipeout zone set by smart money to exit a lot of retail traders out of the market to place their large order. So we can avoid this zone so we don't fall victim. So now let's talk about these liquidity wipeout zones. So I've shown you how to create this liquidity wipeout zone from your demand and supply which we've created. I think I've explained how this works. As you can see, whenever a price actually went up beyond the support level, it will not go straight to this demand zone. It might go down straight, but I'm going to be explaining the conditions which might be met before the price can actually go straight down to this level right here. I'm going to be explaining that in the Z price action, which I'm going to be explaining, I think, number 4 of this video. So as you can see, whenever the price actually come down right here, there is a lot of liquidity in the market. As you can see, the price actually went up. As you can see, the price actually went back to this region, and let me zoom it up so you guys can see what's actually going on right here. So as you can see, the smart money is in the play right here. As you can see, it actually goes straight down right here. So the reason why this occurs is that, as you can see, they see that there are a lot of people coming into the game, that they are shorting their position. So they know this will gonna be coming back to retest this strong demand zone that we've created. As you can see, this strong demand zone right here is gonna be coming back to retest this. So a lot of them have actually put their stop loss around this region right here, and look at what the smart money actually do to the market. They actually went up to wipe out a lot of liquidity in this zone, and what they did, they go straight down again, because they don't want any impact in the price. So they only want to dominate the market whenever they are placing their large order. So they will have to shake out the pockets of all small retail traders out of the market. So as you can see, whenever it touch the liquidity wipeout zone, as you can see, a lot of people also place their stop loss above right here. Maybe they are using 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. As you can see, they wipe out all of them, and as you can see, the more the liquidity they spot in the market, they keep on wiping them out until when they reach this spot. And as you can see, it went down to their support, to the strong demand zone right here. As you can see, this is the strong demand zone. And what you can do right here, immediately you spot this again, you can take your trade, but always make sure at this center liquidity wipeout zone, be careful. Whenever you take your trade right here, you can place your stop loss below the strong demand level and take profit above this around this region right here, because they might rally a little bit to wipe out a lot of zone before they go up. And as you can see, this actually went up right here, and there's no any liquidity wipeout zone right here. But look at what they do. Immediately they break this, they create a very false breakout, and they wipe out a lot of liquidity right here, and they went down straight away, and they come back to this liquidity wipeout and still do the same thing, rally to wipe out a lot of liquidity, and they went down straight again. So this is how they play the game when it comes to liquidity wipeout zone. So you need to make sure you understand this properly, or you can already watch this video or save it and rewatch it over and over to understand how this zone actually works. So now we're going to be taking a look of how to draw the best trend line on a very strong key level area for high profitable trade setup. So let me draw some circle right around here so you guys can see. So right now, as you guys can see, I've circled all of these key level area where the price visits and bounce off from the region, as we create a very strong demand using the money flow index, as I've explained. So now we're going to draw the best trend line within a very strong key level area to take a high profitable trade. So as you can see, we have this as you can see, when this the price tests these zones, it bounce off and actually keep on creating higher high, as you can see. So we're going to be marking all of these higher high, so because we want to create a very strong trend line around that area where we can take a very high profitable trade setup. So I'm going to be drawing that right now. So right now, as you can see, I've created the circle around the higher high, and as you can see, we have this triple top. So what we're going to do now is, we see this kind of setup, all you have to do is to draw a line, which is a very trade line that touches these three these three circle which we've created. As you can see right now, let me zoom it. As you can see, it touches it. A lot of traders will tell you to use a rectangle to draw your trend line, which is the best option, because some of us doesn't know when the price is going to be breaking out. But knowing the exact spot where this price are actually retesting over time will allow you to know that this price will reject that zone. But the reason why you need to be using the rectangle tools is to, whenever the price want to break out, so you can able to measure where the fake breakout will occur or where the high probability trade up is about to move. So that is why you need to use the rectangle. But for now, I have this perfect trade set. As you can see, we have the three touch right here, which signifies that we might have a downtrend, but we cannot predict the market. So that is why we need to draw another one, which is another line that is gonna be signifying the lower part of the trend line, as you can see. So as you can see, this has created a Z price action. And I know a lot of Facebook doesn't measure this Z price action, but I'm going to be explaining how this Z price action occur, and I'm going to show you many examples on how this price action always occur whenever you draw a very strong demand zones and a supply zone. I'm going to be explaining how you can use this Z price action to take a very high move in the market to make more profit. So this is how you can draw the best trend line on a very key level area for high profitable trade setup. So now you can see we create this Z price action pattern, which might be new to you. So I'm going to be explaining how this Z price action actually works. Right now, as you can see, the price actually touched the key level area and actually making higher high and higher low, as you can see right now. So all you have to know in this Z price action is that the Z price action actually works when you know how to use it. As you can see, we have this strong demand zone and also the wipeout liquidity zone and also a strong supply zone. So as you can see, when we play this back, so immediately the price action actually breaks the trend line that creates the Z flip to the strong demand zone right here. So you want to enter your trade and place your stop loss below the line and place your target at this supply zone, and make sure you place your first target to this strong supply zone. This is very important because this zone is very important. So let me show you what will happen when the price actually hit that point, and I'm going to be giving you a lot of examples that create this kind of pattern in this video. So make sure you don't skip any part and learn a new strategy. So let's play this and let's see what we have. As you can see, the price actually went down right here to your take profit, which is a win trade. And what you're gonna see is that a lot of people that are very greedy, they're gonna put their targets to this line, and look at what happened. As you can see, they're gonna be moving their stop loss below. As you can see, look at what the smart money actually do. As you can see, they wipe out a lot of liquidity right there. As you can see, a lot of liquidity have been wiped out before they went down to this spot, which is the liquidity wipeout zone. Look at what happened again at these liquidity wipeout zones again. As you can see, the price actually went up a little bit to wipe out a lot of liquidity, and it went down straight. As you can see, As you can see, look at what happened. It went down straight to this strong demand zone right here. So this is how you can trade the Z pattern. As you can see, you have to make sure that you take note of the liquidity wipeout zone whenever you create a strong demand and supply zone. So I'm going to be showing another example how this pattern is also created on this chart. So let's come down right here. So look at this trade right here. We have this double top. Let me draw the line. Let me draw the line again. As you can see, and we have this let me zoom so you can see what we're actually doing. And we have this line also. Look at it. As you can see, we have this Z again. As you can see, it's still on the same chart. As you can see, that's why I told you that whenever you draw a very strong demand and supply zone, this opportunity will always show. I think it's occurred in the 3 places in this chart, as you can see. So you as well can spot this opportunity and keep on catching out a big trade. So I want you guys to notice something. Look at this trade. Look at this trade. What happened right here, as you can see, really happened right here. As you can see it again, it's still the same pattern and the same price action movement. And I hope you guys are gaining a lot of value from this video. Please, if you did, please be sure to smash the like button. So as you can see, this price actually creates another Z pattern, and it's actually what follow the same pattern. As you can see, the price actually break through right here, and it also break through right here. And as you can see, I told you this liquidity wipeout zone is very, very important. As you can see, the liquidity wipeout zone, what happened right here actually happened right here. As you can see, they wipe out a lot of liquidity from small retail trader, and before they went back to this strong demand zone. This is very important. As you can see, let me play the replay back so you can see. Immediately the price actually break the trend right here. A lot of people will know how to handle that trade, and right here they might think the price will go down. They move their stop loss down. As you can see, at the wipeout zone, as you can see, it wipe out a lot of liquidity right in this liquidity wipeout zone before it went straight down. So that is why you need to make sure whenever you draw your strong demand and supply zone, the liquidity wipeout zone is always at the center. So to make sure you are not greedy in that zone, because smart money is going to be wiping you out of the market so they can place their trade. So you don't fall victim. You need to stay cautious. So I'm going to be showing you another example that creates this kind of Z pattern, and you're still going to be seeing that this effect still remain the same on this same chart. Look at this. As you can see, this also creates a double top, a triple top, but this top has not what touches. Let me draw the line so you can understand. So as you can see right now, let me reduce this thing so you can see. So as you can see, this creates this top, as you can see. So now as you can see, this point right here, I'm going to be creating another Z pattern. This often occur in many different prices, but they always occur at the very strong demand and supply zone. And as you can see, I spot 3 of them in this chart, which is, so as you can see, you can spot this pattern in many of our trading setup. Whenever you are able to set up your strong demand and supply zone and your liquidity, you always see this kind of Z price action, which textbook might not explain clearly to you guys. So as you can see right now, this price has actually created another Z pattern, and what happened is that, as you guys can see, the price actually touches the strong demand zone and bounce off to create this Z zone, like it did right here. It touches the strong demand zone and create the Z pattern. Likewise, this, it touches this strong demand zone and create a Z pattern. So that is how you can know that the Z pattern is forming. Whenever it touches the strong demand zone, you should be expecting something like Z pattern, just like this. So as you can see, the Z pattern actually formed 3 top. As you can see, 1 2 3 touch, and it went down. Let me zoom in so you can see. I don't want you guys to get confused right here. So as you can see, this actually break down, and I hope you guys have gained a lot from this video. If you did, don't forget to support this channel by smashing the like button and subscribe, so this will help the YouTube algorithm. So as you can see right now, so let me explain this for you guys. As you can see, Bitcoin actually went down around November this month. I think we are in November this month. It went down from that our strong demands that we have created, that have respected over time. As you can see, it's actually break down this. So this is where the new price will attract the smart money and large institutions. As you can see, they've started creating another retest strong demand zone right here. Sorry, let me remove this. So as you can see right now, this area right here, which is a new price, as you can see, of Bitcoin around 16,000, is a new and a very strong demand zone that we are watching after. As you can see, when the price actually went back to this region, it bounced up. So we want this spot to create enough of information before we can create a new wipeout zone and also a strong supply zone. So this is how you can able to ride on with the smart money in the market, where you can actually make a big move on their entry and also on their exit. So, and I hope you guys have gained a lot from this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you want me to make more tutorial about price action secret, make sure you leave comment down below, or you want to ask me any question about this tutorial or what type of videos that you want me to create next, make sure you drop down in the comment section and I'm going to be attending to you all. So I love you guys. Crypto is sweet. Keep making money with crypto and trade responsibly.